Is there no chat? No, we're not doing this, people. We're not doing. No, we're not doing that either. Come back here. Get back here. None. We're not doing green. There we go. Now, where's my chat? Lordy, lordy, lordy. YouTube needs to stop fixing things because they break it when they do. Forgive me, I'm going to get on my other phone here real quick so I can see what Hades is going on. Hades is going on. So I got that. Okay, so I'll do a chat on this. Okay, so it does show up. It's just that nobody was here yet to do stuff. And let's see, I've got, what's that? Ooh, that's my chat stuff. I can, ooh, look at that. Sorry, I'm playing with a new phone. I'm not this, okay, I am this stupid, but we don't want to talk about it. You don't say the quiet part out loud. Okay. So, yeah. So hello everybody, welcome to the greatest show on earth. I may be exaggerating when I say greatest. I may even be exaggerating when I say earth. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. Y'all seem smart, figured out. So we got us a thingamahoochie. Let's see if I can get plugged into my. That's not the right. Mike, you're an idiot. Give me a second. That's not the right kind of cable. Here, this will be the right kind of cable, and you can't stop me from using it. Neener, neener, neener. I'm getting there, folks. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I mean, I'm not getting there fast 'cause I'm not very smart. Land of steel fishing, good. Whatever we're at.
So I gotta charge you.
Appreciate you guys. Y'all are. Out of all the people that are in this stream, you're the most amazing one that's commented yet. Now, I mean, you know, don't get overly excited on that because, I mean, I've met me. I was not impressed, but that's. Thanks for coming in, everybody. So we are sitting here in the Flashy McFluddy situation, and waiting for it to stop raining. The reason you're going, hey, Mike, we know you're not bright, but exactly why are you out here right now? Well, my dear fiancé is out running a race in this nonsense. So it was supposed to be a trail race, like, you know, through woods and on, you know, dirt-ish trails. And as it turns out, the trails are now fishable. So in front of me, like right in front of the hood, so when you see the grass there, the thing on just on this side, that is the trail that they are running on. It's about, I don't know, definitely a number of miles. I want to say 6-ish. And when I got here, I actually pulled up and saw Ashley, and you know, catcalled her a little bit, and you know, she flipped me off, and we went on our merry way because, you know. Anyway, so that's what's going on. So I'm waiting for a break in the weather, sort of, to get out there and get my shindiggy on. I've got night crawlers, and I'm pretty sure there's some salted shrimp back here somewhere. And yeah, so okay, I'm going to show you stupidity. This So I bought a bait knife from Walmart. Okay, nice. It's got a sheath and everything. It's got little holes in the sheath so that you can get really small fingers and stick them in there or whatever. But it comes with this nice little lock around it. There's a lock on it, and then you got the zip tie. So work with me here. So to get the zip tie off of the knife that I need to use to cut something, I have to cut something to be able to use the knife. Are you following along with the logic here? Because I am not doing so well with their logic, right? I mean, I'm sure that they just don't want some kid to cut himself in the middle of the store because, you know, that could be lawsuit land. And, you know, people are, in fact, very stupid. We've learned that through the magic of the internet. Before that, we just had to read about it in books, but now we can see it live and in person. And in that case, hello, and you're welcome for me showing you what stupid looks like live and in person. So I'm going to try using a key to cut this. Keys that I just bought at Walmart, no less, for $10. But if you know, they're like $5 a piece. But if you buy two, you get one free. So, you know, I needed two, but now I have three. Ooh, look at this! Look at it! Ow! Okay. Well, I haven't put. Okay, maybe that. Nope, no blood yet. No red stuff. So it comes in the sheath, and you put it in there. Probably, yeah, if you do it, and it snaps into place, and then you can use a little thumb zoomy with flicky. So, you know, this is going to be my new everyday carry because I love it when people talk about their everyday carry. Here, let me show you my everyday carry. Well, these are my keys, and this is a knife, and this is my stun gun, and this is my pepper spray, and this is my Uzi, and this is my machete. And I'm like, how many pairs of suspenders you got to wear to keep your pants from falling down, fool? 10 of you in here. Well, that means that me and Land of Steel are two of them. The other 8 here, God bless your freaking hearts for showing up. I don't know why. Yes, there's a crazy man waving a green knife around on YouTube. Because, well, I mean, it's got a sheath on it, so, you know. If you don't mind, go ahead and double tap the screen. It will actually make your man parts bigger if you're a guy. If you're not a guy and you're a girl, then it actually... Well, you don't have man parts, so they're not going to get any bigger, right? I got one of you to hit the thumbs up. Come on, you guys. You can do... Let's be honest here. We all could use an extra, you know, couple of millimeters. Just saying. It dropped down to 3 when I started talking about man parts and thumbing things up. It's probably the thumbs that was the scary part. I don't know. Don't care. There's a 4th one. Thank you so much, everybody. It's like an auction. I'm going to count up how many people have like them. And so these bait knives, I'm going to say were either around $3 or $5. I don't remember. I got a couple of them because... So, I'm OCD about certain things. Cleanliness is not one of them. Organization is clearly not one of them. So I go to Harbor Freight, you know, when they have the screwdrivers on sale for $3, that are like the multi, or $2, I forget, the multi with the, you know, the Phillips and the slotted, and the Phillips and the slotted, and then the 2-nut driver pieces. And anyway, when I go, I buy them, you know, 3 or 4 at a time, because one day I'm going to open my house up and there will be nothing but screwdrivers everywhere, because I just keep buying screwdrivers. Well, anyway, so that's why I bought 2 knives, because I needed one, but then I got a spare. And one thing I am wanting to come up with, or to do, or their words are hard, words are very difficult, right? Is I want to come up with like a little pack of stuff that goes with me every time I go out, whether I'm on the boat, whether I am surf fishing, whether I am bank fishing, whether it's crappie, whether it's catfish, whether it's bluegill, those things that you need every single time. Because, you know, you tend to have your Plano boxes or even tackle boxes for each different species. And I want one of these, you know, it goes with everything. So, you know, knife, pair of pliers, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, so it sounds like the rain might be letting up a little bit. People are looking at me stupid going, hey, maroon, and not maroon 5, believe it or not, just maroon. You get that pretty cart there with poles in it, sitting out in the rain like an idiot. So, oh, you know what I should have done? Well, I mean, it's kind of a moot point now. Yeah, I'm not sure how waterproof this microphone is. But if I had a USB to USB-C cable in the middle of that little shindig, let me think. No, it'd have to be a male to female as well. Then I could put the microphone receiver actually not in the phone, but in my little dry bag. We'll see how dry it is anyway. So I'm gonna do this thing where a call gets out of the truck and try to get a little fishing in. So I'll come grab you guys in just a second. Bear with me. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for laughing at me. I am worthy of all of your laughter. and a lot of your ridicule. When I'm strange, and I am, faces come out of the rain. When I'm strange, no one remembers my name. When I'm strange, when I'm strange, when I'm strange. Oh, let's see. Get that shindigger out the way and get this shindigger in the way. And what do you know? It started raining again. I hate it when it's raining again. So in case you guys are not from the South, this here's what they call a gully washer, and that's because it washes the gullies. Let's see. What is my best way of doing this? You can do it here. Bring this up. And like I say, I know people are looking at me going, man, you are dumber than dumb ever was dumb on the longest day of dum-dum. But at least I'm not out running in this schnizzles. And every time you hear that noise right there, the little thing, that's because my dash cam said, "Ooh, something's going on inside that vehicle. Let's turn the dash cam on because we want to see that." And the truth of the matter is, nobody wants to see it. So, I can't see through my glasses. So the plan here truly is we are going to fish. I've got 5 rods sitting out there in the wetness, but I have no bait on them yet because it keeps raining. I'm a sissy boy. And yeah. Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my microphone onto my undershirt instead of my outer shirt, which I hope doesn't give too much rubbing noise. Let me know if you start hearing a bunch of rubbing. Try to keep that a little bit dry. And I could do that. Let's see, so do that. Come on. Did I put the... Of course, no, of course I didn't put the knife in my pocket. That'd be too simple. It's probably in the back seat, like a good boy. All right. Give me a second. Gotta pull my microphone out for a momento. Por favor. In other words, I don't understand. Now, that's not exactly what I want to do. That'll work. That's what I want to do. Sort of. That'd be really nice to do that cable with the right angle, but oh well. I'm putting my receiver in a plastic bag, which seemed like a brilliant idea until I actually tried to execute it, and then I think the execution is where I've gone awry. Probably should have put it in here and then cut the hole, but you live, you learn, you live. Stuff, right. What I could do is probably get the smarter methodology. I just have to figure out what I did with them. But I'm a mental pop. I'll be right back. And stuff. Where are my freaking bags? Why did I leave them here all alone? They aren't where I thought that I might have put them. Well, I'll look somewhere else and maybe they'll be there too. Okay, it's not there. It's not in there. It's under there. And not under there. There's a hat. I'll want that's in there later. And plastic bags over here. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, I did. Yay, Mikey! Yeah. Be right back, promise. Let me go ahead. Still hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can or you can't. Won't really change anything on my part, but I will know that you can or you can't. Okay. There's my water bag. There's my filler. Now I have a quart-sized Ziploc. This will work. I'm going to move the phone so we can reattach the USB thingamajiggy. There we go. Okay. Not my best handiwork ever. Grab my other phone so I can monitor real quick and make sure that we can still hear me. Because I would hate...
So I gotta charge you.
Monitor real quick and make sure that we can still hear me. We can. Yay. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay. So my phone is in theory IPX, I don't know, something. It's supposed to be able to handle rain. So there's that. All my chat has disappeared, so all my chat has disappeared. Stop. Lovely. Give me a second here. Hello, Jody. Good to see you, dear. Good to see you. So I am waiting for a break in the rain. Getting all my shindigging together. And I think my shindigging may be together. We're going to find out here in just a second if the rain holds or not. I mean, on my way here, all I was doing, it would play a song and then it would go through, flash flood warning and, people are going to get really wet and stuff. So I'm out here because Ashley is doing her race. And so I figure if I'm going to be out here near water, I should at least come out here and be near water and do stuff that's watery. Let's see. Are there any holes on top of this? Yes. Do I have any tape in here that I know about? No. Yeah, buddy, how you doing? And person whose language I do not possibly understand, welcome in. But there's a saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And in this case, when in a chat where everybody's doing English, probably do English. James was watching my presidential reel video. Oh, very informative. Well, I'm glad he liked it. At first, I thought he was talking about me running for president, because I am going to run for president. Hey, Mike Urban. Sorry, my glasses, of course, have water all over them because, I've been standing out in the rain. So my first thing as president, my first act is going to be rename the Gulf of America back to the Gulf of Mexico, because why screw everybody up like that? I mean, that was nothing more than narcissism in its worst form. And here everybody has to rename and rewrite all their books and stuff. Just it was stupid. So I'm going to make them do it again, which I guess is really not very stupid. And the number 2 thing I'm going to do: rain fishing. Mary, I am trying to rain fish right now. I'm more just rain, sitting in a truck like a lazy bum. The plan is to rain fish. Yeah, buddy. My rods are right beside the truck. I'm just waiting for a break in the rain. There have been breaks until I decided to come out here, and now it's like no more breaks. Yep, there comes another good wave. So the second act is going to be that if you find somebody parked in a handicap space that does not have a handicap placard or a handicap tag, you are legally allowed to make them handicapped, but you have to document the process so that they can't go on disability for the handicapping you just gave them, so that they can park in the parking spaces that they so damn desperately needed to park in the first place. The Cod God, we are going to be fishing for, well, we're fishing for rain right now, and let me tell you, we are catching the hell out of it. You make fishing videos too, Mary? That's awesome. Oh my goodness, he subscribed to me. Well, thank you, Jody. Tell him I appreciate his support. Let's see. My third act is going to be that every car must go through a vehicle inspection every year to ensure that the blinker fluid is in fact topped off. And then we're going to make it so that citizens can write tickets to cops for their traffic violations. And by that I mean not using a blinker when changing lanes, not using a blinker in a turn, speeding because the donut shop is about to close, that kind of stuff. Not their actual duties, right? Jody, it's okay. I mean, if you have a handicap placard that is assigned to you, then everything's cool. If it's assigned to your grandmama and your grandmama ain't with you, don't be parking in handicap spaces. Yeah, buddy, it was supposed to be a trail run, but the trail is now fishable. I don't know what I see out there. I'm about to have to turn. There's something going on up. Oh, it's just a bunch of ducks or a bunch of white things in the middle of the road, or the middle of the water. Sorry, I saw it and like, is that a boat out there? What's wrong with these people? No, they're just it's a gaggle of white somethings, ducks. I guess white ducks are probably not a thing. White geese, I don't know. There's something. But it became they're running, instead of like 2 loops on this big giant thing, they're running like, I think she's running 6 loops, 5-6 loops on the, on a paved surface, which means of course different shoes. People don't like running on paved surfaces because it's more jarring and stuff like that, but they are not drowning. And I pray that one of her friends does not listen to this channel, because I'm going to feel really bad. But Ashley told me the story last night. One of her friends has farm animals, and one of the animals is a duck. The duck is named Puddles. Well, formerly known as Duck, was named Puddles. it was in very bad health to the point that, it couldn't walk or anything. I'm not laughing because it's not funny that somebody lost their beloved pet, but the duck drowned. How does a duck drown? Could it not hold its head up out of the water? Because they kind of float. I don't know. Don't know. Do not know. What are we using for bait today? Well, yeah, buddy, what we're going to be using for bait is I got some night crawlers that I'm going to try to use to catch bluegill, which I will then make pieces out of to catch catfish, or to fish for catfish. I'm not promising to catch anything. I can catch the rain. That's all I can catch today. And I do have some salted shrimp. We'll start off with that until I can get some bluegills in. And it looks like there's a break in the rain. So I'm going to do that thing that I've already done 3 other times, which is try to get out of here and get over there and get set up. So I will be back to pick you guys up in just a second. Don't go anywhere unless you want to, in which case you suck. People strange, I will find them. The faces were talking when you're alone. People wicked. Oh, you can still hear me. Forgot about that. I mean, the singing's free. Overpriced it free, but it's still free. It turns out it's wet. And like an idiot, I forgot my chair. Because, well, I think I just explained it because I'm an idiot. So, I'm gonna turn this sideways, like so. I think you guys can see me. If you can't, well, sucks to be you. Let me get my salted shrimp out of here. I got my bait knife. There's my pliers. And salted shrimp. And baby wipes because I am a sissy. And some Lippum McGrippums. I'll take this back since I don't have a lid for my bouquet. I'm gonna not be watching as I walk through here and get run over by a runner. That's not, no. I know a couple of her friends that are running out here, so I'm keeping an eye out for them as well. Not that they want to see me, but I am pretty darned amazing. Come here, Mr. Net. Okay. Now we're going to grab Mr. Phone, Mr. Dry Bag. We have Mr. Net. We'll put on Mr. Hat. And we got Mr. Tripod. So bear with me as I'm trying to walk with you guys. I never said I was brilliant. I mean, I am, but I never said I was. Which I guess I just said I was, so screw it, I'm brilliant. See, normally at these events, I would have a sign and hold it up and say something inspirational like, what is wrong with you? Let's see. Turns out I have fewer hands than I thought I did. Only need, I thought I had 7. I don't. I'm gonna put some stuff down and get my tripod set up. I'll be back with you guys. I miss y'all tremendously. They have an ambulance sitting over to the right of where I was because, you know, in case somebody gets in enough distress that they need an ambulance. Of course, I think the ambulance... Yeah, the only person we're going to need to pick up is this fool because he's out here trying to fish in the rain like an idiot. And I will have him or her know I am not out here like an idiot. I am an idiot. I swear I swear I just tightened all of those parts of the tripod. Okay. Now I'm coming back to get you guys. So I have my battery pack in a dry bag. It's going to hang on the hook. It's on this tripod so that my battery doesn't go anywhere. And then at the bottom of this, if you hear that crinkling right now, that is a plastic Ziploc bag around the receiver. Oh, hell. Green screen. No, I don't have a green screen. Why do you think I want a green screen? I don't want one. Sorry, I'm getting used to this new phone, and I have no idea why I set the tripod up here. Seemed like a good place for a tripod, but then you can't see anything that I'm doing, which kind of is stupid on my part. Yeah. Let's try raising the tripod up here. Looky there, that was fun. And if I were smart, I'd probably do it on selfie mode, so I don't have to come back. I don't know. We'll figure out what I'm going to do here in a minute. The first thing is we're going to try to get some bait. So hopefully you can see over here to the left, we've got a little drainage culvert thingamajiggy. So I'm hoping that there's just going to be some bluegill hanging down there going, please throw me something to eat because I want to die. So far, no luck. That was just one cast. And that was a cast in the rocks, so that didn't count. Rocks are not good bait. And some guy pulled up with an SUV and popped the back of it, and then they're sitting back there with his kids. I'm like, now that's a smart man right there. I think he's waiting on his other half to come do the race. So I'm just doing a very quick attempt to pick up a bluegill or two for bait before I throw out the salted shrimp. So far I'm having about as much luck as one might expect I would have. First crappie of the year, folks. Crappie are in fact legal in Tennessee to use as bait, but they have to meet the legal length limit, and this one does not. But boy, is he's pretty. Pretty much thinks he's going to keep my hook. He's not. It's my hook. Give me my hook back. Thank you. So he does not have the vertical stripes, which I believe makes him a black crappie. And he is going to go back and tell all his friends what a horrible human being I am. I got all excited when I saw something hit the bait. I'm like, hey, I've got bait now. And I caught him a foot into the water from the shore. And something else just hit me. I'm going to try to go back where that was. See if it feels like being hungry for me. So for anybody who wants to follow along at home, I am at Hyde Lake in Shelby Farms Park. So far, just a crappie. And see, the smart thing to do. See, knowing what the smart thing is and doing are two things. The smart thing to do would be get those catfish rods out in the water just as quickly as humanly possible. That way, when the next downpour comes, I can go run to the truck like a little sissy and fish like catfish regulators, going, "It's too cold, I want..." Oh, something hit me. This jig is a little bigger than it should be for what I'm trying to catch. Oh, good. More of those illegal immigrant Canadian geese. Trump said he was going to deport all of them. He did not do it. No, I do not trust that man. There, what have I got? Of course, another crappie. Well, at least I know crappie like the jig. Two completely undersized crappie, which I really wouldn't even want to use those as bait anyway. Not for channel cats. Grab me trusty dusty pliers here. Come on. There we go. Goodbye, Mr. Crappie. Whoa. I threw him in. You can see where the... And dang if he didn't jump back up on the shore. Come on, you can do this. You're going to make me do all the work. Come on. You are like my ex-wife. You just lay there and flop around every now and then. I did not say that loud. I apologize. Come on, bro. I keep pushing him in the water and he keeps wanting to come out. I think he likes me. There he goes. I've never had a crappie that I've pushed in back in the water multiple times that just kept coming back out. I mean, I think he heard that I got nutty bars in the truck. I think that's what's going on. I think that's what it is. He's like, "You got nutty bars, bro. I ain't going back in there without a nutty bar." I know you're all kind of sitting there going, "Mike, come on, dude. Get some catfish rods in the water. You're supposed to be catfishing. That's what you said you were going to be doing." And you're not wrong. All right. So I am using salted shrimp. Thaw them out, dry them off, throw them in some non-iodized salt, and that happens. Hey, Mandy's Candy. Hey, Steve Hastings. I'm gonna fish until yeah. Do I ever get the shin splints from watching Ashley run? No, I don't. In case I didn't say that, I am in Memphis, near Memphis, Tennessee. Well, actually, right now I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. Woohoo! So, the salting of the shrimp toughens it up a lot. So, like, this is a salted shrimp. So it makes it stay on the hook a lot longer, a lot better. It also, the salting preserves it, because, you know, that's how we used to preserve food back before we figured out, ooh, refrigeration. So, preserves it, doesn't stink. You don't have to put it in the refrigerator so your wife doesn't hate you anymore. And it's ready to go whenever you need it. I used a pound of fresh shrimp on the last batch because I could find fresh shrimp, as in not previously frozen. Normally I have to get the previously frozen. So in any case, you dry them out, put them on paper towels, let them get all the moisture out of them you can, because that's what we're doing with the salt anyway, is getting the moisture out. So get yourself a head start on that. And then I used a pound of shrimp to one of the cans of non-iodized salt. Iodine is in fact a necessary supplement for humans, but not good for fish. And I think I'm gonna cockeye this a little bit so that my rods aren't all one in front of the next. And since I have night crawlers, I'll put one of those on one of these hooks as well. And I did look up the regulations for fishing out here. It basically said no boats with motors, all other statewide laws apply, but I did not see anything about a rod limit or any other such fun stuff. And I'm throwing them back anyway, so. I'm using 1 ounce weight, which is why these lines are not super tight. Everything is on a clicker. I'm going to try to put this jig on that hook a little better so the hook's not sticking as far out and making it a bigger bait than it is. And I've got an old piece of night crawler on here that was dried and is now reconstituted, but that doesn't really help anybody. Yeah, that jig buddy's about had it. Try going through the other side, see how that does. Yeah, that's horrible. Let me see what I've got in here. So this is a 3600 size H2OX box. It's from Academy. These are the waterproof ones. I like them. I got them specifically for my kayak, but they'll do the job here. If I can open it. Okay, so I got all 3 sides off. I got it. There we go. Just had to find a good place to grip it. So I'm going to get that out of there, and I am going to go a little bitty purple and pink trout magnet. So there's the size I was using. As you can see, this hook is a little smaller. I think it's a size 8 hook versus probably a size 6, or maybe it's a, yeah, it should be about a 6 and an 8. Oh, come on. I'm just going to do a triple surgeon's knot here, which is going to allow me to have a loop at the end of it rather than tying it on tight like you would with, you know, a Palomar knot or something like that. Okay, so we get that. This rod has 4-pound, I think crappie max line on it. It's not easy to see. This old jig hook back in there. Close that up. And of course, guess what idiot left his knife in the truck? So I will cut the night crawler with my pliers. Not the best method, but it'll get it done. Daniela, how you doing? What lap are we on? And there's 5 total, right?
Ashley's about to come out her last one.
Last one? Well, how far are you from the pavilion? Okay. So Ashley is actually on her last lap already. So when she comes through, she could tell me how far the pavilion is in their miles and how much longer I have to fish before I need to be there. Caught another fish. Another crappie. So the black crappie are hanging out. Right where the spillway, so it's a culvert that does a spillway so the lake doesn't get too full, and they're just over here on the rocks. So it looks like they're darkening out for the spawn. They're not in their full tuxedos yet, but they're definitely shallow. So I think they're thinking hard about getting ready, getting prepared, getting all the preparations in place. So this is, I put a little piece of night crawler at the end of the jig just to give it, I don't know, something to appeal to everybody. So I do have 3 of the 4 rods out for my catfishing. I don't have the 4th one out because I don't have the 4th one out. And now that I know Ashley's going to be coming through sometime. Let's see, did my chat freeze? Tends to do that every now and then because it does it for everybody. Or maybe. Nope, there's just 3 of you here. 13 thumbs up, appreciate you guys. Feel bad for all the people that aren't here because boy, when all these rods just go crazy at the same time, because that's definitely not going to happen, they will miss it. That felt like a bite. May have just been getting in the rocks. I really like this 4-pound crappie max. It's some sort of camo. It's like high-vis camo, so it's got a few feet of high-vis green, a few feet of high-vis orange, and then a few feet of clear. So if you're one of those people that you like high-vis but you want clear line attached to the hook, then of course, you can cut appropriately so that you'll have the clear line available to tie to the hook. See, now I would tell you that this looks like it could be Ashley coming, but frankly, they all look alike. People in better health than I am doing their thing. Nope, that's not Ashley. I guess I should make sure that we can all see the rods well. I know you can't see me, but you can see the rods. Yeah, there's 4 of them right there. I'll tilt it down a little bit. Give you a better view of the cart, because cart. So I think this jig is probably a 1/64th ounce, 1/50th, 1/64, somewhere in there. And that's the only weight that's on here, so it does not go far. But I really wasn't wanting it to go far because I figure most of what I'm going to try to catch on the bait rod is going to be up near these rocks anyway. But I can still cast it, I don't know, 20, 30 feet. Of course, if I put a split shot on it, I can do better than that, but leave me alone. She texted me earlier after 2 laps, and she said she was above her, doing better than her anticipated pace, which is great. They do have first, second, third, and that kind of stuff, and they do it by age group as well, and by gender. But most of these folks are competing against just themselves. Most of these people are recreational runners. Oop, there was a crappie swiped at it. I saw him flash. He was hanging out under the rock, it looked like. Which is actually what I would expect the sunfish to be hanging out, is in between each of these little rocks. That's usually how I catch my greenies, is they just right next to the edge of the water, they hide under the rocks, and if you drop a little piece of almost anything in there, they smash it. And that's the size of bait I'm looking for anyway, the little bitty ones. That was definitely a bite, but I didn't get him. I'm running over like cobblestones here on the edge with it, submerged of course, and so every time I feel a little tick, I think I'm just hitting one of those, where pressure is, it fell between a couple of them kind of thing. And that's definitely occurring, which is why the bites are not as easy to detect. Go out a little deeper, and I probably crossed my own line because it seemed like fun at the time. Nope, barely missed my own line. I didn't pay attention to what phase the moon is in. I can pretty much guarantee it's not full moon, because the bluegill would be up here spawning, and I should be catching them, and I'm not. So this lake is interesting because it's a park that is used by a lot of runners and families out doing whatever they want to do, not just fishing. This particular lake only has a few designated bank fishing spots. I mean, they're decent size, but it's where there's grass so that you can cast and not hit somebody that's on the trail, on the paved area. Goes for safety and all that. Now, if you get in a little boat or a kayak, you know, the lake is your game. I'm gonna run down here a little further away because I'm seeing water coming off of the paved area and spilling into the pond. So that's draining into the pond, whereas where I was at was draining out. So I want to see if there's anything just hanging out here, looking for any delicious morsels to be washed in. I'm telling you, if I were a fish, I'd be hanging out here. That felt like a bite. My jig body got moved down considerably. Probably was. So I'll give you guys a heads up on what's going to be happening during the stream. So when Ashley comes through, she tells me, you know, like how much time it's going to take her to get to the pavilion, to the finish line where I need to be, which finishes. Take you guys with me up there, and we'll stay live through that and maybe come out and do some more fishing afterwards. So I'm fishing the jig slowly, just kind of bouncing it off the bottom. Again, I'm relying more on the worm to be the attractant. Should have probably brought some crappie nibbles too. There's something. Looky there. Looky there. Looky, looky, looky. Well, I mean, you can't looky because I got to get it way over here to you guys. But I got a bluegill. I got a bluegill. It's not blue, but it does have gills. That song is copyrighted. Please do not try to use it in your YouTube videos because I have to lay the smack down on you with copyright infringements and all that crap. So there is Mr. Bluegill. And he should be small enough. Let me go get my knife. Make sure one last time I don't have it. Go grab my knife. I will be back. And if he can flop off the hook and get back in the water, he deserves his freedom. Ah, there's my knife. Ooh, look, water. And go ahead and grab one of my 1-quart Ziploc bags to use as a bait bag if I need it. Oh, he's still hanging there. That's a good sign. So I put my baggie in my pocket. He's like, oh no, he's back. I do not like him. Okay. Okay, so he has been dispatched. piece. Should have done this before the head came off, but oh well. I'm going to take a fillet off of one side, and that'll give me 3 baits. The fillet, the other side that's going to still have the backbone attached, and the head. And all of these pieces should give off good scent. Possibly even 50 cent. Ha! That was funny. Y'all don't know how funny I am, but I'm telling you, so you'll know. I do still have this one set up as a Santee rig for some reason. I know the reason. It's a patented technique I have called laziness. I will put the headpiece on him. So right now I have out 2 pieces of salted shrimp, and I have out a night crawler. And now I'm putting out a piece of cut bluegill. Take my other pieces of bluegill and put them in my little baggie. See if I can tighten this one up a little bit. I only have 1 ounce of weight, so it's not going to hold bottom real well. And there we are. I'll come back and read chat, see what all you nice, fun folks have said to me. I'm sure you have been reveling in my ability to catch fish. Hey, it's Dirty 30. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, yeah, buddy. I do have a blue live gill, or a blue live gill. I have a cut bluegill out. I'll get the head out. I got 2 pieces of salted shrimp and 1 night crawler. And we'll see if I can catch me another piece of bait. Because as should be expected by anyone who has ever done any outdoor activity, once she's done with the race, the rain should be gone. I mean, it really shouldn't. It's supposed to have thunderstorms all day. And then tomorrow, the temperature's supposed to drop down to 50. So over 20-degree drop in temperature overnight, or between days. And I did have a hit there, but it didn't hang on, which is disappointing because, I mean, these are, that's a grade A piece of night crawler that's on there. And it's still on there, so there's that. Although it does have this little piece of foliage on it. So I don't know if you guys can see any of these people running, but I'm stupid. I thought that when people ran marathons, that they ran marathons, like start to finish, not necessarily a sprint, because that would be stupid, but that they were running the entire time. And they do splits. They do a minute of running, a minute of walking, or 2 minutes of running, a minute of walking, whatever. Or, some people just do the walk. And this will be Ashley's longest run to date. She's done the 25K, but I think this is a 33K. A little over, no. I don't know what this is. It's longer than the marathon, if I understand correctly. But a marathon is 26.3 miles. So yeah, I'm talking on my rear end right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I talk about things I don't know about with fishing, about fishing too. So y'all are used to me talking about stuff I have no clue what the hell I'm saying. But I'm here for Ashley, and that is the only thing that matters. Other than all the thumbs up that you guys give me, because when you give me thumbs up, I can cash those in for fake internet points. But apparently it lets YouTube know that you guys think I'm not a complete and utter moron, which, you know, really just tells me that you can't tell the difference between a complete and utter moron and somebody who knows what they're talking about. But anyway, I do appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate all the watch hours. I have over 2,950 right now. Less than 50 to go before I hit that magic 3,000 mark, where I get partially monetized. Where YouTube doesn't. I caught 3 short crappie and a little bluegill.
Okay.
But I'm mostly going for, I'm fishing for bait on this one, for catfishing.
Okay, gotcha. So there's some nice cats in here?
I don't know. My first time fishing out here.
Okay. I've always catching small crappie though.
Yeah, I was surprised to, they're like a foot deep. Well, something got my worm. Or my worm just got tired of being alive, or not being alive, but being stuck on here. I don't know. Anywho. What I should do is try a piece of salted shrimp. But that would, mean work, and I really think that they're going to be more used to worms here than shrimp, because, there aren't a lot of freshwater shrimp that live in the Gulf. I added some water to this last night because it seemed dry. It no longer seems dry. I may have drowned some of them. Of course, I was surprised they were still alive. I've had these worms for months. So there's that. I'll leave the lid off, see if that helps dry it out a little bit. I did go over my line there, but that's okay. There's always a solution. Could try to fish this overflow area again. Nothing else, at least I know I can catch crappie over here. Yeah, and there's one. There was no thump or anything. I just tried to move my line, and there he was. Oh, crappie number 4. Bye-bye, Mr. Crappie. So I saw something interesting. Just share it with you guys, so as a lot of people know, you can fish with game. I've got another fish on. Another little crappie. Nope. Yep, another little crappie. They're so long and skinny, I keep thinking they're bass when I first see them. There he is, number 5. So in Tennessee, you can fish with game fish, but they have to have been caught legally and be legal limit and all that kind of stuff. So what I've heard most people will do, like, so if they're, they'll fillet the sides off the crappie and keep the head and body and skeleton intact and fish with that. That way, you get, with the head and the tail, you can determine the length, which is the barometer necessary. I saw Captain Billy, who was fishing with Billy before they was panfish Billy, and then there was another one where he was, I don't know, Northeast Tennessee Guide Service or something like that. He did a video recently where he was using crappie for bait, and his belief, right or wrong, and I'm not judging whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, was that you know, if he measured it on camera and then cut it up on camera and used the bait on camera, use the cut up pieces, that should suffice. And there's well, it was another crappie. He got off. Another little one. I mean, they were hanging right around these rocks. They're where I expect my sunfish to be, which probably means I should think of the sunfish being somewhere else, but I haven't gotten that far yet. That requires thought and energy, and some might say intelligence, and I'm out here during a thunderstorm warning. So let's just be honest, my intelligence level is quite up for debate. And the folks that came out kind of decided that where the water was running back into the pond over there seemed like a good spot too. And I don't care. I mean, I think I was over there when they came up. It doesn't really matter. There's plenty of bank here to share. I would love to catch catfish though. That would be just nice. There's another. Nope, missed him. I have got to get my feels back because haven't been fishing much for bait, and you know, the little ticks of the rock versus the tick of a bait or a hit. Sorry, I saw the line tick on that one. Tried to set the hook, but I was too late. And these crappie are they're short striking it big time. They're just doing enough to smack it, almost like they were on beds. You know, like a bluegill when they're on the bed, they're just going to smack at it, tell it to get out of its way. And do I have a special treat for you?
Time to get the boys.
Oh, you want the boys coming down here?
I tried calling you a little bit ago.
I didn't get it. There's an Ashley. There she is.
Miss Luke.
You want me to go get them now?
Yeah.
I've got time to get back?
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of walking this go.
Okay. Apparently, folks, as you may have just heard, guess who's about to go pick up kids? So I'm gonna get this wrapped up here real quick. Okay. I will not say that I was trying to avoid getting them because the oldest one has been in just a shit mood. Fortunately for him, he's still 17. Otherwise, I probably would have decked his ass by now. I did not come prepared to do this. Shit all up in my truck. I promise you, when I was 12 and 17, I can tell you exactly how much I cared about coming and seeing my mom finish races. So anyway, that's it, folks. I got to shut this down because I got to go pick up the kids. We will be back live later today. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate the support. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up. You got a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. See you next time, folks.